Greetings, fellow Americans and taxpayers. This is Bill Edmond signing in. And to start the program, I'm going to take a nice cool drink of filtered water. That's good. Don't have to worry about those prescription medicines that were dumped into our water supply. All right. Well, we should look at the report card on our critters. Our critters are our congressmen who make laws and gamble. They regularly visit Vegas, I'm sure. Well, let's see. Number one, they put a $63 trillion in debt. They invented the derivatives. They caused a financial collapse in 2008. Did you lose your mortgage? Bet you did. All right. Let's see. They've helped us out now. They put in health care, the Obamacare, and they covered no, that's not true. They didn't cover everyone. 19 million people don't have health insurance under the new law. Oh, they did it again. Oh, yeah. Oh, on top of that, these 19 million people that don't have health insurance, they're going to be fined $300 a year if they don't buy health insurance. Got them coming and going, baby. Oh, yeah, got them. The Crooked Bankers Association won another one. All right. Well, the second one is divorce rate is 51% because of our laws. Our politicians created laws favoring the homosexuals. And they put the homosexuals, they dumped them into Congress. And now they're going to dump them into the military. Are you going to put up with it? Sign up for your constitutional convention. Let's put the Congress out of business. Let's get common people in there, not millionaires or billionaires. Let's put people in that know what they're doing. There's a story about the new financial system. It's called How Wall Street and Its Backers on Capitol Hill Silenced the Critic Calling for Greater Regulation of Derivatives. We covered derivatives in the last program. The gobbledygook that allows our Crooked Bankers Association to put us into debt up to the tune of $63 trillion. Not all of it's on the books yet. Only $11 trillion. That Obama mama signed a bill saying we now are borrowing another $1 trillion from China, communist China, because they have good books. And we don't. Our banking system is a mess. Well, yeah, that makes sense. China's got good books, and we don't. No, that doesn't make sense. That means there's some crooks in there. Did you ever hear of the shell game? Where they have 3 shells, and the scam artist has a pea under one of the shells. We think. And he moves them around, and then he asks you, which one has the pea? Does that sound like Obama talking? Or does that sound like Senator Schumer talking? Or Senator Republican, some Republican? Well, they're all pretty much the same. Yep, it sure does. So, back to the story. Democracy Now! Broadcast this. How Wall Street and its backers on Capitol Hill silenced the critic calling for greater regulation of derivatives. Last month, when the subcommittee of the House Financial Services Committee held a hearing on the derivatives market, Robert Johnson was the only non-industry expert invited to speak. You can't have everybody speaking. They'll talk out about the Crooked Bankers Association. We know that. We gotta have crooked bankers, right? We do? What if we shot all the crooked bankers? We'd be out of debt. Oh boy. Yeah. The former economist at the Senate Banking Committee and the Senate Budget Committee was invited just 16 hours before the hearing. His testimony was cut short after 5 minutes by Congresswoman Melissa Bean. And the committee has since refused to post online his full testimony along with the statements of the other panelists. Robert Johnson comes to Democracy Now! To explain what he tried to tell Congress includes rush transfer. Okay. Robert Johnson, former economist at the Senate Banking Committee and the Senate Budget Committee. He's now the director of the Economic Policy Initiative at the Franklin and Eleanor Roosevelt Institute and serves on the United Nations Commission of Experts on Finance and International Monetary Reforms. Oh. All right. And Amy Goodwin was the national, she was on Democracy Now! Hostess. And she is talking with Robert Johnson. The embattled CIT Group, a century-old commercials lender to thousands of small and medium-sized businesses, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Yes, Sunday. It's the 5th largest bankruptcy in U.S. history. Well, we had others that were bigger than that. CIT's so-called pre-packaged bankruptcy plan reportedly allows its creditors to ultimately own the company and would give most bondholders 70% of what they were owed. But all existing common and preferred stock will likely be canceled. That's an enormous blow to the U.S. government, which invested $2.3 billion. Well, it's too big to fail. Syndrome. No, it's a syndrome. Which P are you under there? Which shell are you under there, P? All right. Move that shell. Move that shell. Let me have a guess. Here. No, it's not there. Oh, boy. Which applies to large banks doesn't apply. You don't have that much political power in the smaller institutions, so they're allowed to go bankrupt. I think that now how we say is a dreadful statement about where we are, but it is where we are. And those smaller institutions provide a tremendous amount of employment, growth, and innovation for the economy. All right. Amy Goodman. Now, CIT Group was one of the largest recipients of the TARP. Obama's TARP funds, right? It was bailed out. That's right, Robert Johnson says. So what happens now with all this? Does CIT Group disappear or does it just reorganize? It reorganizes, Robert Johnson says, and the taxpayers will be part of the what you might call creditor and stockholding group that is hurt. As a result, the U.S. budget, how we say, the deficit and the future debt, will increase. Oh, more debt. More debt, more debt, more debt. Hear that engine chug. More debt, more debt, more debt. That's all I'm going to say. Congress is full of homosexuals. Homosexuals are banned, condemned in the Bible. Congressman Frank shouldn't be there. None of these homosexuals should. They should be banned from public office. And the crooked bankers should be arrested, sent to Guantanamo, waterboarded until they confess. Then we introduce them to the Cuban firing squad. Oh, yeah. Bill Edmond signing off. Have a pleasant week. See you next week. Bye for now.